Today's video is sponsored by Dossier Fine Fragrances, and we're going to head into Walmart later on in my little shop with me here and see if our Walmart is carrying the Dossier fragrances yet. They are coming to select Walmarts, or they've been in select Walmarts since this last fall. I think our market is probably a little too small for them, but if you would like to purchase them, I do know that they are carried at walmart.com. Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life, and this is the first time that I have put my sunglasses on since we have gotten back from Florida. And that was, well, we got back on we got back on Thursday night in a snowstorm, but the last time we were in Florida was on Wednesday, and it's Monday, and I haven't needed sunglasses since then. It's been snowing and blowing and all the things. Today it's 28 degrees. But it's sunny, and so that is so good. I'm in town running errands today, and I just stopped at the accountant here. I'm actually going to get out of his parking lot, because if he peeks out, he's going to be like, what is she doing out there? Although he probably knows, because he does my taxes. Okay, so I have to run some errands here. I'm going to head over to Pick and Save. I'd like to check out some of their digital deals, although I'm not overly confident that I'm going to find the items, just because their sale only goes through tomorrow or Wednesday. That's kind of like Wednesdays when the new sales start. And so a lot of the things get sold out pretty quick. But I'm going to give it a try anyway. Since I'm in town for the accountant, I thought, let's just go over there and do that. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys along on a shop with me and just kind of running my errands. I also am going to respond to a few comments from the last video, which was a Meals of the Week video. It was the week of meals, like Monday, I think it was Sunday and Monday and Tuesday of right before we left for Florida. Are you guys sick of the word Florida? I love the word Florida. So here are some of the things that I'm going to be looking for at Pick and Save. I absolutely think that their digital deals are the bomb. If I can find things that I would normally buy maybe at Aldi, but I can get them even cheaper with a digital deal, I will do it. So I'm going to scan this little QR code. There's many different ways you can go about this. You can do this right online at whatever your Kroger affiliate store is. Ours happens to be Pick and Save. You can go online and have an account and somehow load the coupons onto your card. That's basically what you're doing, is loading them onto your rewards card or whatever it's called. I think they call it a perks card or something. So, but now that I have a smartphone, it is just the easiest for me to scan this, and then I just click on the coupons that I want. So I'm going to be looking at the pork back ribs for $2.77 a pound. I'm also going to be looking for the half gallons of milk for 99 cents. Be looking here at the either chicken strips or chicken nuggets. A couple other things I might look at. I'm going to check to see what they happen to have for the Multi-Meal cereal at $1.99. I'm also going to see if they have Sun Chips. I'm not confident. I'm like 0% confident that they'll have that there. Whenever they have this deal where you buy 4 bags of this variety of chips at $2.29, they sell out so fast, because normally they're $5.49 a bag. So that is a great deal. I'm going to look at the price of the pork tenderloins. They're buy one, get one free. I want to check the price on that before I make a decision on buying those. Let's see. I'm just going to scan on here. Was there anything else? I am looking for barbecue sauce. I am completely out. I was hoping to find a good buy like I did last year. I kept finding barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's, for 99 cents, and I just stocked up on so much of it I haven't had to buy it in, well, a long time. But anyway, we're out now. I am not seeing anything. Okay, that was a really good trip into Pick and Save. My receipt says that I saved like $95 or something. That should be all the sales, right? The sales, the coupons, the added digital coupons, all that, $95. And my total was $100.12. I did get a lot of like frozen foods that I will put into our deep freeze, one of them in the basement, so that they last for a long time. Typically when I go into Pick and Save, I usually am getting things like that, things that I will buy, like a bag of chicken tenders every month at Aldi, but when they have them at this price for $9.99 for an even giganticer, is that a word? No, I know it's not, but a really, really big bag, then I will pick those up for the really, really good price at Pick and Save, because it's just worth it to me. I'm pretty disciplined. I know there's there's a guy watching me talking to my camera. I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to metering out those quick foods. If you're not disciplined, if you just like haven't developed that bone in your body yet, then don't buy a lot of quick freezer food at one time. Buy exactly what you think that you're willing to spend your hard-earned money on for that month, and then just eat it and be done, and then go back to the actual home-cooked foods. Okay, but I've been doing this a long, long time, and I've really developed a discipline of being able to meter out those foods and kind of tuck them away underneath things. And it's kind of funny, sometimes Warren will go down to the basement to look for, you know, like a package of steak or something. I think he'll just be looking around in the freezers to see, you know, what kinds of things we have. I don't know. But he'll go down, he's like, do you know that there's a bag of chicken patties down there? Do you know that there's 2 pizzas down there? Do you know there's a box of mozzarella sticks? I'm like, yep, I know exactly what's in all those freezers. So while I'm in the parking lot here still of Pick and Save, I want to just address a couple comments here. One of them, so Deb mentioned that they really love the broccoli cauliflower soup, and I will link to that video in the description box below. It is so, so good. I mean, it's not hard. You start by making a roux, you add in some chopped up broccoli and cauliflower, add in some cheese at the end, and you have a pot of soup. And it doesn't even have to sit overnight. You know, so many soups actually taste better the next day. The broccoli cauliflower soup, it actually is really good that first day. So very, very good. I need to get myself some broccoli and cauliflower. I'm sure you could start with like a bag or 2 of frozen broccoli and cauliflower. I think that would work just as well if you happen to have that in your freezer. It'd be a great Friday Lent lunch or supper. Arkisha asked if we enjoyed the cauliflower bake. So that was one of those frozen packages that I picked up in the freezer section at Aldi, and it was just called, I think, cheesy cauliflower bake, or maybe just cauliflower bake. You had to put it in the oven like for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I really enjoyed it. I love cauliflower pretty much any way, shape, or form, except for raw cauliflower. It really upsets my stomach. Oh, I have yet another person watching me film now. Okay, so we've got the cab driver is now watching. All right, but anyway, I really liked the cauliflower bake. I think you could easily do something very similar by making, again, just kind of like a cheesy roux, pouring that over some fresh raw cauliflower or frozen cauliflower, like frozen bagged cauliflower, put it in the oven. You could get the same results, but it was very good. Marie asked, and I do get this email actually quite often, I would say. She asks about the price for the cookbook. She would like to send a check. I have it set up now that if you go to my website, acountry-life.com, and if you want to go straight to the shop, then you would add on /shop. And it is set up that you actually have an option if you want to pay offline. So you just click pay offline. It grabs your name, your address, but then when you click like checkout or something, it tells you how much exactly it's going to be. It tallies in the shipping, it tallies in the tax, and whatever item that you bought, and then you just send a check. So I get the order, it comes to me, I wait for your check to arrive at my P.O. box, and then I ship out. And I typically ship out on Tuesdays. All right, now we are gonna head off to the UPS store. I'm at Walmart now. So Riva says, Jennifer, you always seem so organized and calm. As soon as I read that, can I just tell you what Warren said? He's like, oh, the power of editing. But then we did actually talk about it for a little while, and I am far more organized and calm than I've ever been. And I think a big part of that is because I've been cooking and preparing family meals and larger meals and preparing for groups of people and things like that for like 26 years. You know, and when you first start and you have one child, you get good at it. You get good at putting together a meal for 3, and then you add another child, and then you add another one. And in our case, we added 7 children, and you just continue getting better at it. You learn little things that work, you learn what doesn't work, and you do what does, and you get rid of the things that don't work. And it just, you know, I mean, if I appear to be calm, I mean, I think I am fairly calm, but it's just because I've been doing this for a long time. And so I don't get too frazzled by it anymore, because I've just realized that really it is about the food, but it's actually more about the conversation around the table than it is about the actual food itself. I mean, terrible food is one thing, just mediocre food with good conversation makes for a good supper. So just keep it all in perspective. And I guess that's all I really have to say about that. There is another comment though here. It's from Janet, and she says, lately I've been thinking on how or if my family appreciates what I do every day to prepare food. Do you have any tips or things you do to get your family to acknowledge what a family member does to accomplish meals? And she says that she feeds 6 for supper. Oh, this is kind of a hard one, and I don't want to come across. So my answer for this one is that sometimes when we do an act of service for somebody else, we have to have our heart in the right place. And it's hard for me to answer this without maybe sounding like I'm sounding better than somebody or something like that. But I think it's just really important to get our own heart in the right space so that when we are doing an act of service for someone else, we're doing it because we want to serve, not because we're looking for the other person to recognize our service. Okay, that's kind of a hard one. That can be a hard pill to swallow, isn't it? Because, you know, so often we are coming at it from, you know, we are serving our family from the heart, and we kind of want them to appreciate it. And sometimes kids just don't necessarily see that. And I think there are things that we can do as parents to help our kids appreciate it. We can encourage them to serve others. And if they experience serving others, then sometimes I think it's easier for them to be like, oh, you know, it felt so nice when that person said, oh, thank you, or something like that. I mean, we've all been places, right, where we've doled out something to a bunch of people, especially children. And some children, that word thank you just comes out of their mouth almost before they even have the item in their hand. And other children hear everybody else say thank you and they never say thank you. And that is just, I think there's a lot of personality that goes into that, and just kind of like your own personal demeanor. And some kids just learn it faster than others, and some it takes a lifetime to learn for some people to say thank you. So I don't have a really great answer. I mean, I know that wasn't probably a fantastic answer. I mean, I don't have any tip like, oh, do this and then your family is just going to appreciate everything you do. I guess I could say appreciate what they do, and that maybe if they see you appreciating them for helping out with the dishes, or appreciating them making their bed and it looking really neat, or, you know, little things like that. Even when they like rinse their toothpaste, which, when does that happen, right? But, you know, if they like rinse their toothpaste or something out of the sink, you know, appreciating or recognizing it. Or, you know, even if you're not necessarily saying, oh, thanks for rinsing your toothpaste, but just noticing like, wow, the sink is so clean, someone's been rinsing their toothpaste. Sometimes that just helps them to kind of realize that that's what it feels like to be appreciated, and then hopefully over time they will learn to show their appreciation. And sometimes you may have to wait until they move out. And then they will come back and say, oh, I really appreciated when you put that effort into making a supper for us every single night. Or, oh, I really appreciate those, whatever it might be. So, Janet, I hope that that helps you. And if you get anything out of this, I just want for everyone to just kind of realize that when we're serving others, we're really doing it because of the benefits that we get from it, and not necessarily that the other person is going to be so thankful for it. That feels kind of hard to say. Okay, I need to go into Walmart. I bought this swimsuit cover-up before we went to Florida, and then when I was packing, I realized that I had sort of like it's kind of like this little kimono. I don't want to call it a shawl because you put like your arms into it. Anyway, I had something and I was like, this works perfect for a swimsuit cover-up. So now, time to head into Walmart and return this because it was $19 and I don't want to have $19 just sitting in my closet if I'm never going to wear it. Well, here I am in Walmart and I'm just scanning the perfume area here, perfumes, colognes, body sprays, and I do not see the Dossier Fine Fragrances here. So when we get home, I will give you a peek at some of my favorites that I have, the ones that I use just over and over again. I have a number of scents. These are 3 of my favorites, although it is really hard to pick a favorite because it really depends on the day, it depends on the sunshine, depends on where I'm going, what I'm doing. But anyway, I do like the Aquatic Peony, I do like the Floriental Vanilla, and I also really like the Floral Grapefruit. This one has a little bit of a, I don't know if musky is the right word, but a little bit more of a heavier, like just a deeper scent to it. This one here, this Aquatic Peony, seems very light and fresh and airy. And then this one is just a nice sweetness. It's like almost a combination of these two. Really like these. If you guys are interested in checking out the Dossier Fine Fragrances, I will leave a link in the description box below, along with my code, which I believe my code is still a Country Life. I will double check on that. Sometimes it changes a little bit, and I will leave my code below so that you can get the best price available at this time. Also remember that it is available at walmart.com if that is something that interests you. And if you're in a big city, it might even be available in store at Walmart. Thank you to Dossier Fine Fragrances for sponsoring today's video. Okay, well, I'm home now, and I'm just going to give you guys all a look at everything that I picked up. Don't put a hole in that, Maria. Everything that I picked up from Pick and Save. So I showed you in advance kind of what I was going in there looking for. This was not on the list, but they were on sale. And then there was also a $1 off digital coupon that it just like popped up on my thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll get some Party Stacks Pringles. The Farm Rich Mozzarella Sticks were $5.99. That was a sale. You love those, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
They're expensive otherwise. I think they were $8.99 not on sale, which I think that's a lot. So it's nice when they are $5.99 to just pick up. They did have a couple other boxes. I could have gotten more, but I thought one would be sufficient. The digital deals you can do up to 5 times. I did get 5 gallons of milk, but guess what I did? I dropped one in the parking lot of Pick and Save. I don't know what has gotten into me. It's like this particular year has been, that's not Kool-Aid, honey, that's milk. The one that I cracked open, we put the rest of the milk in a pitcher. So anyway, great price on the milk, 99 cents. And then the Danimals smoothies. I had forgotten in the flyer that I saw these, and this is actually a 12-pack. What?
Can I grab a bag?
Okay, grab a bag. This 12-pack was actually less than the 6-pack is at Aldi. So picked up one of those, most likely for Maria. And then the pork tenderloins. One thing I like about these is that they're, okay, open them up, Peter, quick. Sun chips are already getting opened. And these are a lot bigger than the pork tenderloins at Aldi, so this is going to feed us just a little bit better with one. Last time one was just barely enough, no leftovers. So I picked up 2 of those. Those were buy one, get one free. And then the ribs also, they had lots to choose from. These were $2.77 a pound. This was not necessarily on my list, but once I was in the store and I saw that they had these for $1.99, that is a great price. And sometimes it's fun to have something that's a little bit different than just the Aldi crinkle fries and the Aldi tater tots. Waffle fries are always a winner, and then these just looked really good. These kind of like a little bit of, I don't know, what do we call these? Craft beer battered potatoes. They just sounded good. And then these 3 giant bags of chicken patties and chicken nuggets. Yes. I will actually strategically hide these so we don't burn through them, because yes, kids will burn through those awfully quick. I do get in the mail a little envelope, and it has Pick and Save coupons, and there's always something for free, and this time it was a free pizza, and so I got, it was a free Tombstone pizza, so I got the cheese pizza thinking like on a Friday for lunch. Then the Sun Chips, $2.29 a bag. They only had original. I was happy that I was able to even get those. We do prefer garden salsa, but they didn't have them.
Spicier ones.
Yep, they're a little spicier. They didn't have any cheese. They didn't have any of the French onion, just that, so I picked those up. And then I always look at the reduced bakery, because you can get some really good bakery items. The croissants work really great. I think what I'm going to do is actually put these in the freezer, and on Friday we'll do egg salad this week. Our chickens are laying quite a few eggs again, and that would be a great thing to do for a Friday. And then I did these Kaiser rolls, work great if you have enormous hamburgers, but they also work really great to just slice open. Butter and toast if you're having, let's say you're having like an Italian dinner and you want to just kind of like garlic bread, you can just sprinkle a little garlic, salt, and butter on those, and that works really well. And then this bread just looked good, and this was called honey oatmeal bread, and I like that it was kind of cut thin. I like that a lot. And that's everything that I got from Pick and Save today. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video, and I would like to make this a regular thing, responding to comments from the last video in the next video. So I'll be watching the comments very carefully for some good ones to respond to. Thanks so much, and we will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!